Well, hello, my fellow aliens. Zapek here, and welcome to another video of D&D Neverwinter broadcasts. That is right. The series is back. I gotta say, it's been a long time I've done this before. Because I've been working on other stuff for the channel, but I am back with the broadcast series, and today. And I gotta say, so for this one, we're gonna talk about is classes for games. Different kind of class you can take on for games. I gotta say, first of all, let's talk about the new class in Neverwinter, the Bard. The Bard is actually a pretty good class. I gotta say, it's actually outstanding, indeed. And the way you can actually heal your allies or deal damage to your enemies. Those are the two new paragraph paths of the Bard. The way to deal the BS, or the way to support your allies and heal them too. And you can do it for yourself too. If you press tab, there's an instrument. That's your perform tab, allows you to make music. There are certain ways of music spells. You get the first one based on using debuffs on enemies and buffs on your allies, and yourself too. Another one is your healing perform spell, and then there's like 3 more, or you get after your Paragon path is to yourself, which is at level 11, not level 30 anymore, or it's now level 11. And with DPS, you can deal massive damage to enemies, go super fast, and never take damage to yourself. Well, with the support class, you can heal your allies over time, buff yourself, or debuff your enemies, and hope for the best. You can actually work on more that too. So yeah, you have weapon of a sword and a lute, which is actually music instrument you use in game. I said the armor is actually kind of light armor, maybe a strong method medium, but mainly light armor. So yeah. And that's actually pretty much it I gotta say about that class. So let's talk about the other classes of these games. Yeah. So let's start with the fighter, warrior, and soldier. This is actually a DPS class. We deal massive damage to your enemies, and you have to you can do it 2 ways. Actually, you can actually tank it, or you can actually do it offhanded, which is dual wielding thing, and then also a shield, which is another for tanking it. Yeah. They have paladins and knights, which are the subclasses. And then the fighter is actually a DPS. Warrior and soldier are like DPS too, but I think warrior is actually based on two-handed, and soldier is actually based on dual wielding, and could be the other way around. But yeah. Then we got the assassin and ninja, or we can actually put another one there called a Rogue. Good. And it's like freaking fast, lock picking, sting attacks, speed, dual wielding daggers, and that sort of thing. There was a subclass of Monk, which is actually like a staff as a weapon, but you also use your palm of your hand to attack and that sort of thing. I think it's like the fighting style of Chi or Deuce. Not karate. It's a lot different. Different because you're doing it based on defense, not offense. Offense. But the Monk, yeah. Mage and Wizard is based on spells and that sort of thing, which is actually the 4 main spells: air, water, earth, and fire. And then there's more to it too, like darkness, light, ice, snow, and there's so many ways of elements for these magical spells. Subclasses is enchantments, which is actually like reading books. Enchant your weapons and armor. 2. Necromancer is raising the dead. Shadow Knight is actually a way how to take the way of the dead using a 2-handed weapon, no shield. I think you wear heavy armor too. So yeah. Summer, okay. I can explain that. Spams, familiars, spells too. I don't know. That could work. Blue Mage. I think there's mainly different kinds of ways of mages. Just like Blue Mage, Red Mage, Green Mage, and so on for those. Blue Mage is like very good side and that sort of thing. So and then Jack of all trades. That's like arcane magic actually, like doing a lot of damage to your minions, and then also using elements, all of them, and not the 4 main ones. Yeah, and then that's actually pretty much it. There's actually Cleric and Priest, which is the same thing actually. Both of them are healing classes. Like you have to heal your allies, heal yourself. If you do damage to your enemies, but not that much. Archer, Hunter, and Ranger, which is actually 2 weapons: a bow and arrow or a crossbow. Bow and arrow is using arrows. Crossbow is using bullets. Armor is medium, and it's based on the way of Robin Hood. The Hunter can use guns. Ranger can use bow and arrows or crossbows, and the same thing for Archer. For the Ranger. So yeah, I say the best gun is actually the sniper rifle. So beware, because 1 shot, 1 kill. Plus has a really good long range weapon. Bazooka is like a 2-hand weapon, but you actually grow power to yourself, and you deal massive damage. You go very fast and sort of thing. And it's like a fighting style of combat. I bet, but your HP grows even higher instead of lower actually, because you can actually tank this class, but you rather just deal massive damage to the enemies instead of tanking it. Yeah. I did talk about clerics, priests, and enchanter. Necromancer and Shadow Knight. I'm going to talk about that. Summer. Okay, here you go. Here's more about the summer. Because all I'm thinking about is the spam animals and the familiars. So yeah. Okay, summer is based on familiars. It's a way how to use magic. Okay, so they're fire and the characters are blocking. To drive the summon using explosion and into their cast. Balance your tools is for some cocktails, okay. And the long into your can. Okay. So it's like balancing your elements. You do get familiars and also spammers too. If you play the game Final Fantasy 14 online, then you know how it works for the summoner class. Yeah, we did talk about the bard, but they have like a slash, which is actually the dancer, and then bard and the dancer is like a friendly way of it. Like if you like music a lot, you can actually dance to it as a bard, and that's mainly like tap dancing. So you just say if you're actually Irish, you can actually Irish dance while playing the lute, and then I actually like tap dance with your feet, keep up with the beat. Yeah, that's how it works. Dragoon and Lancer. Dragoon is another word for dragon. But Dragoon is a way of Dragon Slayer or riding. And Lancer is a way how to tank or DPS with enemy attacks and the jumper variables and that sort of thing. It's a way it's the legend of the dragon. They claim to it. So yeah, it's actually another word for Dragon Slayer. Okay? Yeah. I already talked about Blue, Mage, and Jack of all trades. And that's actually pretty much it. Okay, so that's all the way of RPG characters based on our classes and that sort of thing. Hey, alright. So how did that appear to it? I guess let's go back to Jack of all trades actually. Hey. I want to figure out how did that work. From the game of different ways as well as it says weapons, armor, and piercing the case of their walls. For example, a creature monsters has the ability allies and it's okay. And then ability Glaze. Class of range RPG paralyzed the zone. Now image learning about abilities and things. So they okay. Judge traits of all can sense learn to the variable skills and abilities based on the weapon types. Okay. So it's like switching weapons using spells and that sort of thing. So yeah. Okay. That's Jack of all trades. Where was Shadow Knight? Here it is. Shadow Knight is like Paladins and Server tank the mix. Damage to servers that can enemies with heavy weapons. In the game's set addition as the Necromancer, the Shadow Knight can gather a full-size pet, but it can banish the opposite minions. When pitching this, it can actually uphold understood, and they can kill all your friends and rising them back to life by death. They have no shame. So they look similar in that sort of thing, but they're a little different, I gotta say. Hey, because I think Necromancer is wearing the armor of light armor, while the Shadow Knight is wearing the armor of heavy armor. And the Shadow Knight is actually a way of tanks, while the Necromancer is a way of DPS and raising the dead, which is more DPS. And that's damage per second. That was stands for. Oh, and then RPG stands for role-playing games from the internet of 20th century. Yeah. See, let's talk. What else can we talk about? If you want to figure out your way of your own class, like what you want to actually attempt to, then here's how it works. This is my own way of finding your own class. Okay, so my class is Wizard God. How to actually become a god? Well, I actually start of being a sorcerer and work my way up to wizard. So then I took one last adventure into the Battle of the Gods, won it all, and became Wizard God. Yeah, and it's based on like Greek gods versus the Norse gods. Versus the Norse gods. Odin versus Zeus. Those are the two sides of the gods. The way how you actually into your class. If you love swords, and shields, go warrior or knight. If you love using bow and arrows, go ahead with hunter, and then also if you can actually rank that up to guns as a hunter. So if you love using daggers, dual-wielding daggers, actually use your rogue and become an assassin. Then slay your prey quick and fast. And so then you can use guns as an assassin, but it's not silent and deadly unless you have a silencer, on your gun. But it's still kind of in the same detail. Oh, and then if you like going berserk with a two-handed weapon, which is actually a battle axe, a sword, or maybe a spear. I don't know. Oh, if you love dragons, and then definitely slay dragon and these become a Dragoon Slayer, which is the noble of Dragon Slayer setting. So using the way of a lance, so yeah. If you love raising the dead, become a Necromancer, or witch, or a. It's based on a gender actually. Females come witches, Male scum necklaces. Yeah. And then if you love using magic, you can use arcane magic, jack of trades, and that sort of thing. You can actually become a cleric or a priest, and that sort of thing, killing your allies, or doing a lot of damage too. So yeah, that's how it works. By starting things, but yeah. Character classes history is all based on Dungeons and Dragons. If you know how it works, it's all related to D&D. For example, okay, I play as an elf rogue who is an archetype. While I can partake a short of enjoyment to world classes. I further enhance the role playing game by acting the visual and the thief using my sword and chain, but I also love envisioning the game setting. And so there's a reference way how to explain it by your class, which is actually the rogue class. The fighting arch types, the archer, okay, which is using bow arrows, using bow arrows and magical attacks as of their path. Battle master, sir, which is using a way of different ways of fighting, like a master. No enemy allows you to play the learner outside in combat. Hit points, armor class, level class, and other things a battle master can see. Champion in it is a physical way of experience and duration with archetype. Knights is the way of tanking and protecting yourself from allies by heated battle. Samurai is a way of using one sword. I think it's like a one-handed sword, not two-handed. But you rapid strike your foes, and you're counting them to stop up as a hardworking warrior. Assassin, I will talk about introversion. This is actually the secrets of a rogue, and solo mysteries, but especially in Splats 2. So you go out all secret. Scout is when you are secret, but you alert your commanders or captains or your crew members to that they'll clear, come down, let's actually fight and take over the world. So yeah, Crush Belter is the same thing, but you use a blade of arts for charisma, and you lose to the pirates. So you become a pirate instead of the ships, the 7 seas. So yeah. Bows now. Beastmaster is like a druid, actually. Tame beasts, use the way how that works. Starting, we talk about hunter, berserk. We talk about life, the way healing magic. If you're sick, death. The two different ways of clerics: life and death. One you're alive, one you're dead, and join the wave coming in Necromancer. You can be a Reaper for death, or you can be a blessed healer for life. And that's actually pretty much it, I gotta say. say. So yeah. What else can I talk about? We got like 5 minutes left. Oh, let's do Australia. D&D. There you go. Okay. There you go. Something. Oh, Sorcerer. There you go. Here you go. 5th edition. The Sorcerer is included class of the 5th edition handbook and sorting. There are given 2 ways of it: the Draconic bloodline and fire magic. Several sources ascend to the 5th edition. The Simmons things. The abilities of my clockwork of soul. Arcane blooded sorcerers draws the draconic magic of Cutter's blood. For the sorcerer traits the part of dragon type. Mage, the magic mage of starting a chaos of a wild magic. Starting spells effects, storms draws to the power of storms, giving the sorcerer power to control the weather. Divine Source draws the power of Divine Source, which gains the healing ability of Shadow Magic, which comes to the Shadowfell and trace the power of darkness and shadows. Okay, so how can I put that to my character actually? Right, well, I became a sorcerer in the beginning, but as I grew, I became Dragon Slayer, and entering the way of a dragon heart inside me. It's not bound with just dragon heart. I get to form myself to my very own dragon. And the dragon scales, the dragon breath, and that sort of thing. And maybe the way to fly, but that's actually not gonna happen. But yeah, those are the 2 traits of it. Okay. And as you have a dragon heart inside you, you're actually immune to fire. You can't burn. So yeah. Your element is essentially fire, or your element can be actually ice. There is a ice dragon actually. It's called it's called a frost dragon because no one fights. So yeah, there you go. That's actually how I actually works and something. So Dragonheart that I have. I will talk about more about it, but I don't want to spoil about it for the game God Hunter. Yeah. Alright. I believe that's actually it for this video of a broadcast. And now you know how it actually intimate to it. So I'm going to leave the video here. Thank you so much for watching. Hey, so don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Enjoying T-Ribbon. Do follow me on all my social media accounts. And I'll see you next time. Bye.